Hello, this is a video for recruiters in the Econ Job Market system. I'll show you how to create a job posting advertisement and set it up to receive application materials and letters of recommendation through the Econ Job Market system. That is to say, candidates will then submit their applications through Econ Job Market, and their references will submit their letters of recommendation as well. Here's the Econ Job Market website. You can see that I'm logged in as Elvin Noor at Montoya University. These are fictitious names. All of the names you'll see here are fictitious. And we have here the home screen for this recruiter. There's one job posting that is already there. What I'm going to do is go through the process of adding a new job posting. So I'm going to click on Add Posting on the right here. This brings us to the form you have to fill out to provide information about the advertisement. At the top of the page we have the advertisement type. You'll have to select Public Advertisement with Services or Featured Advertisement here. With Public Advertisement with Services, the ad is displayed publicly on the Econ Job Market site, and it provides all data services for your use. So you'll collect application materials through the system this way. It allows a back-end connection if you want to transfer all of the application materials and the letters of recommendation from the Econ Job Market site to your own application review system if you have one at your own organization. It also includes the interview scheduling and any other types of data services that Econ Job Market is providing currently. Featured advertisement adds an extra feature, which is to display your ad prominently on the home page of Econ Job Market. So if you look at the Econ Job Market website, you'll see there are just a few featured advertisements that are prominently displayed there. They're rotated through. So if you want your ad to really pop in the sense of being viewed by everyone who goes to the Econ Job Market site, then you should select featured advertisement. In addition, when candidates and others just click on job postings, which is up here, and then see a list of all advertisements, the featured ads are going to be displayed at the top of the list. So it's a very prominent display. Now we have the details of the ad. So I've filled in some of these already. I've got the title here. You're going to select position type. So in this case, let's say it's a job posting for assistant professor. Then we're going to have the description of the fields of specialization. So if you're going to be searching for all fields, you would click any field, for example. Let's say we're just going to be looking for behavioral economists and let's say econometricians in this particular search. And then we have some dates that are very important. We have the display start date, and so here you would select the date that you want the advertisement to first appear on Econ Job Market's website. And at that start date, from that point, the candidates can view the ad and then submit applications. You also have an application target date. This is an optional date, which is to indicate to candidates, it may be an important date with regard to their submission of applications. For example, suppose you're planning to have a committee meeting, a recruitment committee meeting, say on the 26th of November, where the committee is going to review the first round of applications that have come in. You can put, say, as I've done here, November 25th as a target date, so candidates know that's an important date in your organization. It's again optional. More important than that is the application deadline, which is the next field. The application deadline has to be your official deadline for applications. So Econ Job Market will not accept applications after this date. And this is the date that you should be indicating in your advertisement text as well. So if you write in your ad text, all applications must be submitted by a particular date, that should be the same as the application deadline that you've put in here. Then we have the display end date. This is the last day in which your ad will be shown on the website. This could be later than the application deadline if you want to have the ad still displayed just for information purposes. And here I've just selected a month later than the application deadline. Here's the advertisement text. You're going to want to put in there full text of your ad. You can put in HTML code, but make it very simple HTML. You can also just put in plain text and use the editing features, for example, to make text bold or in italics, etc. At the bottom here we have the requested number of references. So this is how many letters of recommendation you're going to require of candidates. Whatever you require, an application will not be shown as complete until this number of reference letters has been submitted. And so this is a strict requirement for candidates. Then we have the location of the job. So you'll have the pre-filled in here your organization's address. You can change the address here to make it if the job location's in a different place than your address, you can put that in here. This is a nice feature because it allows the candidates then to see exactly where all the jobs are located that are advertised on Econ Job Market, and we have a nice mapping feature that allows for that. Then we have collecting applications. We're checking here, of course, entire application process because for this kind of ad, we want to accept applications through Econ Job Market and accept letters of recommendation as well. But if you had another kind of ad where you were wanting just the letters of reference to be submitted through Econ Job Market, you would click this other case. And then we have processing applications. Now here, you can use the Econ Job Market system itself to view the applications, to review them, to filter them. You can download application data using Econ Job Market. You can record a status for each applicant. So you can sort and do your review process on the Econ Job Market system itself. But alternatively, you could also use, for example, a third-party system such as Headhunter or Hire, which work closely with Econ Job Market. If you select one of them, for example, here, then the managers of those systems will be notified to set up an account for you. Once you deal with them and get that configured, the application materials will be automatically transmitted from Econ Job Market to these systems for your use. In addition, if your own organization has a personnel system that you want to use for reviewing application materials, you can use the Econ Job Market backend interface to have your system go into Econ Job Market and collect the data and have it automatically transferred to your system. So you would click here to learn more about that back-end system. Other information here is just a place for you to provide a note to yourself if you want to note something about your advertisement. And then you have the application form selection here at the bottom. This is very important because it is going to then set up the form that the candidates will see that gives the information they have to provide to you in the applications. Now we're going to select standard application materials here, and you'll see this form in a moment. It'll come up. But if we, for example, had an ad here for a generic kind of senior position that didn't require all the same materials as say the junior position that I'm demonstrating here, you would click on the generic senior position. In this case, you probably wouldn't want to be asking for letters of recommendation through the system because generally with senior candidates, you collect letters of recommendation separately by soliciting them yourself. And so in that case, I would select references 0. But I'm demonstrating here like a standard junior search. So I'm going to select standard application materials. By the way, you could select one of the application forms that exists already in the system from a previous ad that you set up. And you can see there's one in here in our case. Okay, so I'm going to just click Continue here. Okay, this brings us to the application form for candidates. And of course, we've selected the standard form, so that's already provided here. Now we can edit it if we want. We can add or change some of these parts. I'm not going to do that right now, but I just want to go over the parts of the form that exist here. There's instructions you can add here for the candidate if you want. Then we have two parts, supporting documents and additional information. The supporting documents are PDF files the candidates have to upload. And in the standard form, we've got curriculum vitae, job market paper, and other papers and writing. And the curriculum vitae and job market paper are shown here as required. That is, the candidates will not be allowed to submit an application unless they include CVs and job market papers. And then here for additional information, we have a few questions. These standard questions are, what did you learn about the, where did you learn about the position? And we have, were you referred by a specific faculty member at our institution, which you can put in. The candidate can say, Professor X or Y asked me to apply. And then we have one last question, which is the title of the candidate's job market paper. So sometimes it's useful just to collect that information so that you can have it in your spreadsheet. Now, you could, as I mentioned, alter this and edit it if you'd like, but this is the standard form. So I'm going to save this. All right, this brings us to the last part of the application specification, which is a post-application message for the applicant. If you'd like applicants to receive a message from you when their applications are complete, then you can type such a message in here, and you can provide a URL for the candidates to go to as well. So for example, if you have some additional instructions to give candidates, like they need to go to your own organization website and fill out an additional form that's required by your organization, you can put that message in here and put the URL to the form or to the website where the form is located. And then the candidates will see this at the end of the application process. If you don't want to add such a message, it's fine. Typically that's the case. Then you just click on No Message. And this brings us back to the job postings page for the account. And you can see that our ad, the one that we just created, is here at the top. You'll notice it says this posting is not confirmed and hence not posted. And this is because we require one last round of checking things to make sure the ad is the way you want it before we post it on Econ Job Market. So we're going to have to click on Go to Confirmation page to confirm that the ad is set up properly. And so again, the ad will not be posted on the site, won't be live until we do this confirmation. So we'll click on Confirmation. And then we have the confirmation page, which shows you the results of an automated check about the ad specifications. And there's just some warning messages if the automated system detects maybe something that maybe you didn't want. In this case, everything was the way we wanted it. So we're going to check. I've checked the details of the advertisement, and everything is fine, and then I can confirm that the posting is correct. Now, once I click on Confirm Posting is Correct, the ad will be solidly completed in the system, and you cannot change anything at that point. So you certainly want to make sure everything is correct. You can click on one of these things to preview the advertisement, to preview the application form, to edit these things. But in this case, I know everything is right, so I'm going to click that posting is correct. Then I get to the billing page, where I have to pay the invoice for this ad. If you're going to create multiple ads at once, go ahead and do that first, and then you can go to the billing page at the end and pay for all of them. But certainly do the payments. And you can see back here on the postings page, I have the ad. Now it's solidly in the system, and then there's a reminder to pay for the ad. All right, that was kind of long, I know, going through that entire process of setting up an advertisement, but I hope that made sense. And certainly submit a support request if you have any questions. Take care.